and none of the cameras work because I'm fucking stupid.
No, you're not stupid. Don't say that about yourself.
I can be though. Imagine if I was. Come on. Come on.
I
Come
hate
on,
that you
Mr.
sort of
Screen.
set me up because I could have turned around and said I don't have to imagine, but I'd already just disagreed with you. So.
You're only allowed one disagree per thing, okay? Okay, now we're all too large. Now we're all far too large. Okay, now everyone's in a proper size. However, Amelia, you're not in your proper spot. There you go. Now you're in your proper spot. And the Patrick placeholder emerges. Hello,
you guys wanna know-
everybody. Yes?
I was gonna say, you guys want to see what I have?
What?
A cigarette?
Yeah.
No, hard Doritos.
Nice!
Oh,
I fucking
yeah,
love
he does.
Doritos, bro.
What's that?
It's like
it's-
Mexican fruit soda,
It's so good.
Oh.
but this has alcohol in it.
Yaritos is so
Nice.
good. Whenever any
amazing.
soda drink from Mexico hits way better because they put proper cane sugar in.
I think people
seriously.
don't want to say, but it's true, is Mexico has the best food of like almost anywhere in the world.
Not
like,
for real.
That's a pretty good argument. You could say
Speaking
that.
of, I'm gonna order Chipotle right now. No, I have
Yeah.
gumbo upstairs. What am I talking about?
Chipotle's American.
The candy, top tier. The food, top tier. The desserts, top tier. Name someone else
I
who's
would-
doing it like them.
See, okay, no, I had this conversation recently with some of our friends, and my final answer was Japan.
Everyone
That's pretty
says
good.
Japan.
Japan's pretty
Everyone
basic.
says Japan.
It's good though.
It's sushi.
Nah,
We all
it's-
love sushi.
you don't mess with the class.
Tempura. The classic. Sorry,
Okay,
my
okay,
bad.
do you wanna
Let
know
me.
what- Here's my sleeper pick. I think, my opinion, India. I think India's got the
India-
best food.
Come on.
I think
Oh,
I
for
think
real.
there
Oh,
was not
curry?
a.
Curry
it-
sounds
I hear
amazing
you.
right now.
I don't. The thing
I
is,
was-
I don't crave Indian dishes a lot, but I know that when I do, I know I'll be satisfied. You know, that is the. I don't know if that makes sense because it's not my most eaten food, but when I do eat it, I'm like, oh fuck yeah.
No, it's like a.
I'm gonna call you out on something right here. Number one, that's not a sleeper pick. Anyone who's ever been vegetarian in their life knows full well that is
Honestly,
not a
real.
sleeper
Oh
pick. That's the number one pick.
God, the vegetarian.
But anyone who's ever been vegetarian in their life, also like their opinion doesn't matter as much as mine. So like I don't.
That's
Yeah! Woo!
that's so interesting. I will just leave now.
No, Brooke, we love you.
Speak for yourself, Peter.
9 years, and I learned how to cook. I've heard you still haven't figured out that skill.
I know how to cook now. I know how to make amazing food. Thank you very much. I just don't cook.
I have
The only
doubts.
thing I don't even have anything against Japanese food. I just don't like seafood, and a lot of their stuff on account of island is very
Oh.
seafood heavy.
That's real. That's real.
Seafood is like the only meat that I.
My-
I just grew up in the
Black.
middle of the United States, so I just don't trust a lot of things.
That's so real.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I feel like not a lot of people have had South African barbecue, but I feel like people should have South African barbecue because it's just like it's not the best food, but I do think it hits different.
You're
Food
not
sucks.
selling it hard.
I'm not here to sell it. I'm here to present it.
The
And then
food is
just,
bad.
just
Wait,
like-
hear me out.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. The spices are incredible. The flavors are really important, and they're influenced from a lot of
Important?
important.
The flavor you're trying to sell. It's just you're trying to sell me on barbecue. I've had so much good barbecue in my life.
South. You're from the South. I can't sell this shit to you. That's like trying.
You can't.
I can't.
I was like, I've had barbecue in Texas and Kansas and North and South Carolina. Like I've hit the ones.
No, this is
Look,
real.
Amelia, I can't sell you barbecue, okay? You're just gonna have to discover it one day, and then we'll talk about it. And you're just gonna have to trust.
I'm gonna have to
Anyway.
just try stuff, and then I'm gonna put you on some real stuff.
Brooke, I have
I'm
a
show you what
question for you.
it's supposed to taste like.
Yeah.
No. Bri-
What's-
you can't outcook a bride.
What's the famine situation in Australia right now? And do you have American food there?
I'm sorry. Did you just say what's the famine situation?
Yeah.
Is there a famine going on in Australia?
Okay, no,
I don't know.
not
That's
a
why I'm
famine.
asking. That's why I'm asking.
Daddy just had a fucking conniption beam down into his head. He just invented
I have
a
a
whole
vision.
struggle.
What do you think Australia is?
I don't know. All I know.
I don't
is
want to
the
hear.
great
Actually,
loss
I
to the
changed my
emos.
mind. I don't want to
Man,
know.
all I
man.
I don't want to know.
Just like Fiona and Cake from Adventure Time had a vision beam down into his skull like the Ice King. Delusional.
We're in the middle of a famine.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, sorry, that hasn't happened yet. My bad.
Eddie, hello everybody. My name is Offbeat Outlaw. This has been our cold open.
Prepare for the famine! Stockpile!
I am your game master for this game. If you're wondering what game we're playing, it is a stacks hybrid with D&D. I see that people have been calling it Frankenstacks in the chat, and that's honestly kind of great. It is a hybrid of D&D and our own homebrew game mechanics of the stack system, where rather than rolling with modifiers, you roll with multiple dice, and you keep track of conditions and roll dice for that. If you've ever wanted to roll 300 dice at once, you know where to find me. Passing it off from me, passing it to Amelia.
Hi, I'm Amelia. You can find me most places at Amelia Som or by going to links.ameliasom.com. Okay, in about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks time, Jesus Christ, I'm going to be doing a charity stream with unprepared casters. We've released the first round of guests. We have, if you like Dungeons and Dragons, we have some pretty insane guests planned, and we raise money for Trans Lifeline. So if you have plans on June 8th, clear those plans and watch me play Dungeons and Dragons with Redacted and Redacted and Redacted. They'll be announced in the coming weeks.
You'll probably find out who those redacteds are in the coming weeks, though.
Yeah, if you follow me or Unprepared Casters on Twitter, last year we were able to raise $46,000 for Trans Lifeline. So, I don't know. We'll see if that can happen again. That'd be really cool. I'm playing A's God of Time.
Hell yeah. Brooke.
My name is Brooklyn Tuesday. I'm playing Viari, the god of lies. I can finally say it because I got truth in my domain.
Is this really what the 75 episode bit has been about?
Yeah.
We've done 75 of these?
This is the 75th.
I have stood by it. I have not said the true domain for any episode. I haven't had the domain of truth.
Amazing.
Whack. All right, Danny.
And the fact that Patrick noticed.
Oh.
I just thought you were being a little shit.
Patrick knew.
I did. I mean, I knew that was the bit, but I didn't realize that the whole crux of the bit was that you'd get truth and then one day finally say it, the right one.
Well, I didn't know that I was going to get truth. You told me I was going to get truth, and I was like, that's the day I'm going to say it. That's the day I switch it up.
Oh, God. What a... niche bits. What a niche bit. Anyway, Danny.
I'm Daniel. And I don't know if I could say what I can say.
I think, yeah.
We've no
Correct.
sense dwelling on all of that.
Anyways.
You lost the party. They had found themselves in the University of the Church. And this fancy-pantsy little place here is filled with nasties. As you look around, as the party looks around at all of them from within the necklace, and Feda looks at all of them with their eyes, they notice that their heads are removed, and protruding from their brainstems are these sea anemone-like tentacles, and with eyes staring directly upwards without eyelids. It is a rather grisly sight, to say the least. At this point in time, though, Feda gets wildly sick, throws up, and jumps into the necklace.
Real.
And urges everyone else to get out, because he is very sick.
Yeah, I guess we all pop out.
All right, you guys get out, and you find yourself seeing these things.
Gross.
You're in the room. You guys have been left to yourselves by the anemone creature that let you in the first place to look through this place. You guys came here investigating the church, investigating its happenings and whatnot. What do you do?
Well, what was our goal here again?
Brooke, what's going on here?
I read the comments because I finally got the stream up, and I just saw Dead Man Gambling go, Brooke, let off be identify stupid if he wants.
I want to identify with my chat. I want to understand them.
This is so real.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, so I don't really want to be in this room. It's just a bunch of tentacle creatures staring up, and there's a professor guy also looking up, right?
The professor guy, very specifically, his mouth is opened up, and the tentacles are protruding from that, and also they're staring upwards. However, you see his eye. He's got one very large eye at the center, and as you three emerge, it actually turns and locks on to you three.
Real. Well, I say we kill them.
I was just gonna walk out and just leave them.
Well, these are the ones that talk to the moon, right?
Right.
Maybe?
I think they're communing to it with it in some way.
Well, who does the interpreting? Who does the listening?
These guys are not affiliated with the actual Church of Eyes. These are just students.
But the professor has to have some kind of qualifications.
Sure, yes, but I just want to make the distinction that whatever these guys are doing,
they're learning how to stare at the moon. They're not professional moon starers.
Yeah.
Also, do we think that the professor's entire qualification set comes from like being a weird tentacle monster? Probably.
Is there? There is a way to get in this room. Was there like another door in this room or anything?
As you guys look around, you notice that there is a rafters of sorts, a upper balcony area that lines the top back row and as you actually take a proper look around, no longer just within your 10 feet of vision that you used to have within the necklace, you see that the back wall is lined with books. Books all the way to the ceiling. The ceiling is roughly about 20 feet tall. You're in a room that is roughly 40 feet by 40 feet. It's a smallish lecture hall. But all around the back are these books. You see, if you were to go up and read the bindings, you'd see there are various volumes and teachings and whatnot, all about the moon and all about this university, about what the studies they do are.
I would like to start looking to see if any of these books look useful or like they would contain good information.
I will observe. I want to take a closer look at these brain stems.
All right. Investigation checks from the both of you.
You got it.
Are you just going to watch them do it? Or
are we going to
do your
need
own
dice for this game?
Yeah, we do typically.
I just realized that I can help them. I have... Oh, holy shit. The MCDM stuff, like Flea Mortals, is on Beyond now. That was good. That is a good book.
It is a good book. I was having a discussion the other day. MCDM, if you see this, I got a bone to pick with you. Mostly that you make very good content, but I somehow don't like what you say in your videos. I don't know why. I want to talk to you about it. Just because I think you're interesting and cool, but I have beef with you. But you make very good books, and I like them a lot. This is me starting beef, Brooke.
Real.
I don't want to be involved in this.
I tried to introduce you to Matt Colville's content when we first met, and you were so adamantly against it. And I was like, I don't know. And then I showed you that book, and you started to warm up to it finally. And this is the continuation of that. Like this is where this is gone.
Yeah. Brooke,
okay.
Yeah. These three are not affiliated with me in the beef. They are range from indifferent to liking you a lot.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Exactly.
So real.
About beef with you. Anyway.
I like the MCM stuff. Although I'm still waiting for my Kickstarter stuff, but I don't know. I think they contacted me about that.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 35, by the way.
Excellent. As you look,
in case you want to get to that.
Yeah. As you look through the back wall, A's, you're looking for books that are useful. Was the term I was given?
Yeah, we're here doing... Did we have a specific goal in research or just trying to learn more about the church?
You guys came here specifically to look for because you found the university student. You wanted to find what they were doing, what the purpose of that ritual was.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
So you find a few books. As you look through these books, you see that a lot of the books are usually titled Communion, and then a bunch of bullshit, or Dream, and then a bunch of bullshit. And you piece together, because you're so smart, these are the different runes and glyphs of the moon magic caster. As you think through and you think about what these spells were, you realize that the spell that was cast, the Deep Dream, or the spell that was cast, Host Connection, is a communion spell. So you go to the communion section, you find the communion book, and you start to dig through it. And you read up on Host Connection, the spell. It reads as follows. Host Connection. A most important spell when convening with powers higher than yourself. Someone must first host the host, then others may partake in its glory. However, in order to host a host, the first spell, Host Reception, must be cast. This person will henceforth be known as the receiver. Those that cast Host Connection are known as partakers. Once you partake in the glory of the host, your body will undergo a magnificent transformation, or a most debilitating shunting from this plane. Please be sure to participate wisely and ingest enough blood before casting Host Connection. To drink too little blood would be to be recognized as a false connector, an outsider. And in the same way the body removes foreign objects, you too will be removed.
So we know that blood is being used to rewrite reality and sort of make things become eldritch. And so the beastification of people, like hunters through drinking blood, is them being rewritten into this eldritch visage of the world, right? So this is for that, I assume.
Yeah, I'm guessing you have to, so you have to imbibe enough blood in order to be able to cast the spell, and that also fucks you up in weird ways, in addition to the spell. Yeah.
I think it's important to remember at this time that blood wasn't seen as a bad thing, and still isn't largely. It was used in a lot of rituals and in healing. The blood that was consumed was never intentionally meant to screw anything up. It was
now we got bad blood.
Yeah, well, now we got bad blood, yeah. It was seen as an ambrosia, an elixir. It was seen as this cure-all. It was just put a little bit of this everywhere. And then, when these moon magic spells were cast, they were like, holy shit, this stuff really works. I just want to make sure that the rewriting reality stuff is a byproduct and was never the intent. That's like an oops, we didn't know it would do that. Oopsie.
Do any of these books or literature sort of predate the moon being weird?
Make another investigation check. And could you be more specific by what you mean the moon being weird? Because it's always been weird, but
specifically,
the long night.
Yeah, before, predating all of the hunters and the all of this.
Before the hunters.
I guess I want to say, I want to figure out, so we had this world exists, and then there's the long night where nothing is dying and the face spirit of undeath and stuff like that. I want to know how many of these magical practices, if anything, at this university predates any of that.
Got you. Make your investigation check.
21.
Okay. As you look through, you see that the Long Night is considered fairly recent as far as the university is concerned. Almost everything predates that, including information about the Hunters. Like, the Hunters founded the city. They started the city, and the blood that was found in the catacombs below was used to bolster the city into its current state as, well, not its current state, but its previous state of a bit of a thriving metropolis and, like, a beacon of healthcare for a lot of people.
I want you to know that every time you say the Long Night, I want to make a Game of Thrones joke, but I abstain because I know you haven't seen it and so you're not going to get it. But I want you to know that I am showing this self-restraint.
You know what? I appreciate that. Thank
Me
you.
would I show restraint by mentioning the thing that I was not going to mention.
So I can do the thing
It's
anyway.
the only good way to do
without
it.
feeling bad.
Real.
Real. All right. What is it, Amelia? Does that make sense, or is there any other information that you're like trying to garner? I'll let you ask a couple questions because I realize that there might just be clarity.
Yeah, okay, so I'm trying to remember the timeline of how things have gone in this world.
Okay, let me give you the brief history then.
Yeah.
Long time ago, the city was founded by the god of the hunt, which you guys know. The god of the hunt was the original hunter. They found the Fey spirit of undeath in the catacombs below, harvested some of its blood, and realized that it had an endless supply. Knowing that Fey blood has some healing properties, started taking it and set up the original healing church to sort of aid this town in its growth. After a long period of time, people started realizing that, holy shit, we never have to worry about disease, sickness, anything ever again. The church then started harvesting more and more and more blood. They also started to realize that there was this vague, intoxicating quality to it. There was like a fervor that would come over you when you drank it, so they started selling it for recreational use as well. Shortly, this town became massive and rapturously consumed the blood. This excess eventually led to the old city falling because the first night of the hunt of the wolves happened. Everyone had just been drinking so much that when the influence of it eventually took over, and the wolf transformation occurred, the old city was ransacked, and the hunters were called for. And the god of the hunt apparently came, according to this book you're reading and not narration from me.
Right, yeah.
The god of the hunt arrived and they slaughtered the beasts. They slaughtered them dead. They harvested the blood that they could. They burned the city to the ground as best they could. A lot of hunters felt really fucked up after that because they realized that those were people. And it was like, we just killed hundreds of people by ourselves, for giving them something and for them drinking something that we gave them to cure anything. So a lot of hunters defected and remained in the old city to protect the few wandering wolf people that were left. Additionally, after that though, the healing church, not wanting to give up on its power, kept distributing the blood and started to build the Overcity. Building the Overcity took a lot of time and a lot of propaganda, while keeping the idea of the wolf blood under wraps. Only people who really know about it are the hunters, and the citizens are kept very much in the dark through complicated propaganda and dependency on the blood. And so, as a result, the healing church set up this whole system in the Overcity and distributed and managed the flow of blood in order to ensure that the citizens remained dependent upon it, while trying to slow the result of the blood overtaking people and turning them into wolves. What they found is that every night when the moon arrived is when the transformations would occur, however many there were. And every night the hunters took to the streets and killed whatever ones were there. This continued for thousands of years. Fast forward now to 100 years ago, when UAs and Viari went into the catacombs and slayed properly the Face Spirit of Undeath, releasing it unto the world. Its death, its blood seeped into the hunter that you guys have brought with you. And as well, the Face Spirit of Undeath could not leave this place. Its blood basically everywhere. Its body still existing in every citizen. And as a result, its spirit was stretched and woven into the fabric of this world. Meanwhile, the university was beckoning the moon. For whatever reason. And beckon it they did. Successfully. And as they did, you don't know what happened, but the long night started. And the church, the university, I should say, considers this a great success. We're very happy that they beckoned the moon.
Yeah, well, I mean, your goal is beckon the moon. Moon's here.
Moon has been beckoned.
Yeah, like there's no other way to view that other than a great success.
This is a win.
Let's go. Yeah, absolute win.
But that is the,
okay.
I'd say, quick and dirty history of Fishhook.
That is very helpful to thank you. I knew those things happened. I wasn't sure of the scale and ordering. Yeah, okay. So we have the university. I'm looking at books. I think I would also want to, well, I guess I would want to look at anything about the moon, especially anything that was written or published before they actually beckoned the moon. Like what were they hoping for? I know what we got, but like what's the vibes? I feel like they haven't been in a really righty mood because they spent a lot of time staring.
Check, please.
Investigation.
Very
29.
High. All right. You begin to look around the room. You notice that there's not a lot actually written about the moon, at least that's available here. In fact, you notice there are some absences, in a way, alphabetically. It seems like the place where moon would fit, there's like a book that's slanting a little bit too much. It's almost like someone stole them and didn't want anyone to figure out they were stolen. Only a very keen eye could have spotted it. But yeah, they seem to have been stolen, or hidden, or taken.
Okay.
But you do know that the rune that they would be affiliated with are the runes Night, Nightmare, and Lake.
It's not a lake, it's an ocean. Do you guys get that reference?
No.
Okay. Sam Lake, you hack.
Show me the champion of night.
That's the last line of Alan Wake's first game, and it makes no sense.
It's not a lake, it's an ocean.
It's an ocean. And I'm like,
Wait,
what the fuck?
What is that?
That's just me every time I see Lake Michigan.
Alan Wake, the video game. The last line of the first game is it's not a lake, it's an ocean, and it's so fucking dumb.
That's wild. When you said that, it just made me think of Neil Gaiman's The Ocean at the End of the Lane, which is like a novella about there is a pond in it that is actually like an ocean, but it's a pond.
Wow.
We're really hitting these niche references tonight.
It's not a lake, it's an ocean.
Alan Wake. I know Neil Gaiman isn't exactly niche, but like I feel like he is.
No, Ocean at the End of the Lane is a little bit more like, I mean, it's not.
It's not American Gods.
It's also, it's not like Sandman, American Gods. It's
just
he did American Gods, didn't he?
All right. Anyway, you find those runes above them.
Gotcha.
You would know, based on where they should be, that those would be the runes that this moon book would be affiliated with.
Okay, well, I'll share that information in that whatever books we're looking for, either they are somewhere else in this building or we are just not going to be able to find them. Well, at least the books I'm looking for. I don't know what you guys are up to specifically.
Can I cast Locate Object on the book?
Well, Danny, you wanted to investigate those brain stems, correct?
This is true. I got a 19 on my investigation.
looking over it, it seems like these brain stems have obviously undergone some sort of transformation, but the material remains to be a nerve ending. It is not a new material. It hasn't been transmuted. It remains a nerve ending that it turns into this branching anemone-like structure with the eyes dotting the tips of the tentacles. You also note that the heads are entirely missing, obviously. But the spinal column is not damaged. It is entirely intact. It just seems like the skulls are gone. Without damaging the brainstem, this is clearly a very odd situation. It doesn't
really.
It doesn't seem like you'd be. What's odd about it is the fact that the fact that the spine is undamaged, but the skull is just gone. You have cut off many heads. That's a hard thing to do, even with surgical tools.
They've desecrated these poor skeletons. They have yet to be hatched. It's horrible.
I'm sorry, Godfrey, do you think that that skeletons hatch from bodies?
Yeah, obviously. You're all skeleton eggs. One day, you'll all, hatch and become skeletons. Like me.
I think that we have at some point in time established that is just your family line that does that, right? Like, oh, is this why you're trying to rope us all into your family?
Are you saying that you're not going to be a skeleton one day?
I have a skeleton. I'm not going to just be one.
So you're saying when you die, your body's not going to decompose into a skeleton?
Well, it's going to decompose.
Decomposing.
It's not going to come back. I'm not going to start, I'm going to...
Are you sure about that?
I don't plan on dying.
Yeah, how are you sure?
I'm becoming
Are you
less
like a
and less
boiled
sure
egg
about
version
them.
of a skeleton egg? Because that's weird.
Boiled egg version. Offbeat, save me.
No, I'm having fun. Keep going, Danny. Keep going.
They broke these poor eggs. Look. Look at that. The heads. They're gone. It's literally like you just unscrewed the skull from it.
Danny, make a medicine check on the bodies.
Medicine check. Do I have proficiency in medicine? I don't. Yeah, 15.
Good enough. You look around and you see that the professor. You look at that big center eye as it looks back at you, unblinking.
Okay.
And you note that the skull that is still attached to the professor, as this one seems to have wormed its way through its mouth, the skull's skin is hardened, but inside is hollow.
What do you mean the skull's skin has hardened?
The skin itself is like, it's like
a basketball?
A little bit like a basketball. The skin around the mouth is like hardened and crackly. It's almost like whatever collagen keeps together the face is calcified in a way. But the eye that is looking at you and the nerve endings that are connected, you realize that the brain has actually unraveled into this amoeba-like creature. And that eye in the center was growing within it. Right where the amygdala was in the brain, the fear complex. So these what you comes together. What you're looking at is the unraveled structure of these people's brains, as their eyes look up, and that's why it is a tangled mess of nerve endings.
Does someone want to cast detect thoughts on these things since they're all brain technically?
I'll do it.
Okay. I did it last, so it's your turn now.
Okay.
I guessed it.
All right.
While that's happening, can I also cast locate object on the moon books?
Let me read how locate object works. I think you need to have seen it before. I'll do this. I just want to look over this.
Yeah.
Describe
Well, what I can
or
do...
name an object that is familiar to you. I'm going to say that this book isn't familiar to you whatsoever. You know of
Wait,
its
but Godfrey
existence.
loves reading moon magic books. He does it every night.
Yeah, it's my character trait.
Good night,
Everyone
Moon
we're
Moon.
all-
Good night, Moon Moon. It
Good
does not
night.
count.
Good night, Moon. Good night, Bones. Good night, Meat Egg. Good night, Stones.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
That's
so no,
classic
it's not
Godfrey.
familiar to you. I will.
This is bullshit.
It's bullshit. It's a conspiracy. They're all against me.
Amelia, you cast
Yeah.
detect thoughts. Who are you casting on? Are you casting on the students or the professor?
I'll ask Godfrey.
Cast it on the students first because they seem to be in like a pubic stage version of the professor.
Pubic stage?
Pubic. I don't know, man.
Pubescent?
Pubescent. That's the word. Thank you. I don't have pubic hair. I don't know these terms.
That's okay.
I just
great.
gotta clarify. Should I do it again?
No, I've got it. Read you loud and clear, Godfrey. I'm gonna
Okay.
detect thoughts on the pubic hairs.
Okay, you
Real.
cast detect thoughts on the students. At first, the thought almost bounces off of it, but you are Feyan. You are Feyan. You are, in fact,
Famously.
100% Fey blood in a way. Please make a charisma saving throw.
Ah, yeah.
You have
Sure.
Godfrey's bonus.
I have Godfrey's bonus. Save proficiency. Why is charisma not on here?
Should be.
It just. Oh wait. Okay. I'm dumb. Ignore me. I colored all the spots in between the spots black so that way the screen wouldn't be as bright, and I accidentally covered it up. Okay.
Real.
That is a 28.
28. So you successfully, as this thought bounces off, and you realize the thought was actually trying to come, that thing was trying to go into your head instead. You overpower it and find yourself looking inside of its thoughts. Now, detect thoughts normally has a way that it works, but you are interacting with moon magic. It interfaces differently. You see that you begin to see through the eyes of some entity. Very tall, very large. You
Shaquille O'Neal.
As you look around, you realize that your movements are not your own. You stare down at a empty room with a bunch of corpses below you. Your hand reaches out to the corpse, tears off an arm, munches upon it. You looked at that arm, and that arm is grotesque. Far too long and thin to be as strong as it was. Fingers that could grow to any length that they wished as they wrapped and twisted around the arm to get a tighter grip.
Doug Jones with super strength.
You realize that you're trapped in a stone box, unable to escape. And something that you see only visible to you. You almost proceed into the back of the mind of this thing, and you notice that there are bodies beside you.
Inside the box?
Inside, you are seeing inside this vision, and then almost stepping away from the window of the vision. You see a bunch of bodies floating in this empty space, their eyes making up the matrix of vision. And the professor at the back, almost puppeting the body.
Okay.
And then as you go back further now in its mind, and you look behind the professor, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Still with my bonus? Question mark.
Nope.
Oh no. I'm so bad at wisdom.
What'd you get?
12.
You stare back and you realize the moon is watching. And it is dying to be released. And you might just be the key to this release. I would like for you to make a Constitution saving throw now.
I'm so good at those. Do I still not get a little bonus?
Now you get a bonus as this is affecting your real body in the present.
Constitution. That's a number. That's a... Okay. That is a 36.
You feel this change, but you manage to prevent it from happening. You feel almost that fear part of you, that part of you that feels dread. You feel it bubble, twist, and almost unravel. And then you realize that can't happen, or that's gonna be really fucking bad. And so you clench your body, your mind, you physically compel your own body to resist this change, and you are shunted out of the connection.
Okay. So when you said me, was that like me specifically or just us, you as us gods? Or is that just me? Do I think it's like me or do I think it's because I'm a god who can connect to it?
You are a god who can connect to it, and it saw you.
Gotcha. So the professor is connecting to some creature, and the students are connecting to the professor who's using their brain power to control this creature, and that creature is controlled by the moon. That creature, the moon is watching that guy?
If everything that happened there is to be interpreted as literal, then yes.
Yeah, that's at least the order of operations. Yeah. So I'll I think what probably happens is as I'm watching it, I describe what happens as it happens, until I get to the point where I realize the moon is watching. And then I think that's about when I probably stop verbally communicating what's going on and just sort of like freeze up for a second, tense up, and then I come out of it. So probably should not do that again.
But what if we did it on the professor?
Well, I think I sort of connected to the professor through the students.
Explain.
So I think what's happening is the students cast hold on, I wrote it down. Host reception to connect their brains to the professor. The professor cast host connection to connect it to the moon. So the students are sort of connected to the professor. In some way, they are sort of the beast or the will of the moon or something connected to the monstrosities here and are feasting off of what's happening here. And somehow that is feeding the moon. And the moon wants to be released. And it kind of wanted me to do that. So I left.
Does it know how? it would be released? Like what action would need to be taken to release it?
I think at the very least, probably like if one of us were connected to it and it could take over our minds, so, similarly to how the professor is now, I think it could probably just channel whatever it wanted to through us. Yeah.
Okay. How does it control them? What is it doing? Because they're just kind of sitting here.
I honestly think it's sort of just drawing off of their like mental psychic energy. It's just like, I think it's similar to the pain batteries, but different.
So what happens if we kill them?
Probably isn't good for the moon.
Well,
if it had access to one of us, does that mean that it would be able to draw power from the divine contract?
No way to know, but probably wouldn't be good. I mean, I could maybe figure it out, but I don't think that's going to end well.
I would agree.
I do have some more questions.
Yeah.
Why does it need this power? And if we take away this power, what will that do? Because it's encroaching on this reality ever so slowly. Does it need the power of the thoughts and prayers of all these people in order to come here? So if we start killing all these people, will that stop it?
Well, they've already sort of brought it here. So I think what's likely to happen is it's going to stay here until we banish or destroy it. I think if we kill everyone in the church, I think it will find some other way to sneak into people's minds. I don't think it's just anchored here, though. I think there's probably, I mean, we're at the university now, the church too. I think probably what's happening here is this is where they train people. And then when they get good or are strong enough conduits or can best channel their psychic energy or act as receivers, I think then they graduate and they go do it in more ways.
But how, are they conduits? Are they controlled? I'm sorry, I'm a little confused. I'm trying to like grapple with how we can like use this, but it's like all I'm hearing is that the moon is using them to siphon away mental powers or something, but they themselves are observing the moon.
The moon is trying to fully break into this reality.
Yes.
So it needs to tether onto something, and I think if it's tethering onto this concept of intelligence or mind, I think the more people that are looking at it and praying to it, I think if one of us or someone like me is able to give it a foothold, it can sort of break. And I think it's using people's minds as a mental connection. But I think the way it wants to exist here is very physical. And I think if it can get enough power and if they can do the right rituals and channel it, I think that it goes from just taking over the minds of people who cast spells to connect to it, to maybe spreading like a kind of mental virus or actually breaking through the fabric of reality once the concept of it exists here with enough strength.
You got me now.
Yeah.
So
what do we do is the question there, really.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Charlie.
Yeah, what's up, kid? Sorry.
Okay.
So,
my understanding, great. Was that case the case against Alistair?
No, another case. Some minor misdemeanor situation. I'm trying to get the kid off the hook.
How is the case against Alistair going? Because we need the information on the ritual that banished Eternal Grax. Because we really need to have that. Well, soon. Like,
Kid, I'm building a case against the god of the world. Do you think that's gonna be done lickety-split?
Aren't you infinite? Aren't there an infinite number of you?
If I use my infinite selves to do that, then no one has familiars. And then everyone's gonna know something.
Them?
Oh my goodness, kid. You are being selfish. This is why you're spoiled. Anyway.
Selfish.
Yes,
selfish. I am trying to save existence right now. I think that my priorities are...
What's the ritual for? What's the ritual for? What are you trying to do?
Okay. We need to figure out how to banish the moon. Same as always.
What?
Like, that's our goal, right? Is to banish the moon?
I think we should kill the moon.
You guys want to banish the moon? Isn't the moon already in another dimension?
Just gotta seal all the cracks.
Is it?
Yes. It's just peeking through a very weak spot in the dimensions.
Okay, my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I thought that what we had been talking about earlier was that, like, we were suing Alistair in order to be able to subpoena information on the ritual that was used to banish Eternocrax, so that could then be used against the moon, to banish the moon.
Oh,
You guys
I thought we were getting information on the ritual so that way we could try and figure out how to get to Eternograx.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is why you guys were doing that.
Oh.
If that is what you were thinking to
Look at
banish,
us.
if you were trying to banish the moon, that is a very that you guys didn't even know about the moon when your plan to sue Alistair was happening. I'm gonna say that much.
I feel like, can we do both?
I don't think we can I don't think banishing the moon is the solution here. Because
I guess.
I mean, it's not that the moon is here, it's that it's essentially what happened is there's reality and then there's the things that aren't real, that are behind in the spaces between spaces. And so what's happened is people here, either through some crack in the fissure of reality or through some idea, got it in their heads that they could call forth that which lies beyond what we know.
Mm-hmm.
And they managed to create enough of a tear in some kind of existence that it is now looking at us and we are looking back. And it's trying to break through.
At this point in time, you hear a knock at your door. Hello? Is everything okay in there? I hear multiple voices. I did not realize you could duplicate.
I'm going to make Faye's voice, and I would like to, at this point, point out for the first time, I think, in this entire campaign, that I have the actor feat, so this is perfect.
Oh yeah, sure. Never happened before. Anyway, please continue.
It's part of why the Simulacrum Spy Army is so effective, but we've never had to explicitly say that this was on my sheet, I think. Everything's all good, just talking to myself. It's easier if I make up different voices, you know?
I see. And the two extra presences in the room are also part of this surreptitious hallucination?
My simulacrums, yeah.
Oh, those are not simulacrums.
I'm gonna kill this guy.
Godfrey, kill this clown.
Godfrey, creases Jordans.
Are you going to try and kill him?
Might as well, right? I don't know, man.
Let me know when you make that decision. You hear him start to fiddle with the lock. Let me come inside. You might be having trouble casting host connection. Let me make sure you're doing it right.
Oh god, what's that spell? That, like, god, it's not fucking, what is it? It's like a spell that allows me to, like, fucking...
Gotta say what it does.
I don't, fuck, it's like, I want...
It's the one that, you know...
I have an idea. Everyone cast disguise stuff and turn to Fader real quick, okay?
I hate casting disguise.
I can, okay, but if I were to cast Hallow on the ground, wish cast Hallow, and prevent him from coming into our space, do we think that, how likely is that to work, Offbeat?
What does Hallow disallow? Is the real question.
I think I have to specify a creature type. Do I have a way to figure out what creature type? Can I say Eldritch Weirdo? And that counts?
So first of all, Celestial, Elemental, Fey, Fiend, and Undead can't enter the area, nor can any such creature charm, frighten, or possess creatures within it. Any creature charm, blah, 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 blah. Second, you can bind an extra effect. Choose an effect from the following list or organize, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, there's the password one.
Yeah, that's Forbiddance is the password. That applies to Fey, Fiends, and Undead only. Some of these effects apply to creatures in the area. You can designate whether the effects apply to all creatures that follow a specific deity or leader, or creatures of a specific sort, such as orcs or trolls.
Oh.
Guys.
Yeah.
Follow the moon. People who follow the moon.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea. I say we all turn into Feda, okay? I have a plan.
I think this guy's going to be able to see through that.
Oh, then regardless, I have a plan. It doesn't hinge on this.
Do I
Okay.
have to look like Feta, or can I just stand here?
It'd be preferable, you know.
Jump in the necklace.
Honestly, not a bad idea there.
I'll jump in the necklace.
Okay.
Also, we're gonna talk about your aversion to disguises later.
You really don't need to.
I gotta know.
Let's get in the necklace.
I just
You
don't like it. I go back
never
in the
once
necklace.
Okay.
used a
The
disguise.
door is opening. What are you guys doing?
Feta. I'm Feta.
You're Feta. Okay.
I'm Feta.
I'm in
I
necklace.
have a plan. Let me cook, guys.
Okay. It opens the door.
Hey, buddies. Great to see you. Sorry about this whole confusing thing. We are having trouble casting the spell.
Fall. I need you to make a intelligence saving throw, Danny.
Is he casting a spell?
No.
Okay, intelligence saving throw. Blah blah blah.
Is it
blah,
magical,
blah,
though?
blah, 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 blah,
Nope.
blah. No.
Is it fun? Is it thoughtful? Is it helpful? What is it? You know the thing? The think acronym? Before you speak, think. Is it true? Is it helpful?
36.
Is it
36?
inspiring, necessary, or kind?
That is a fail, Danny.
Wait, what's a fail?
36.
Could I?
36.
Mm-hmm. Danny, you are a host, correct?
Maybe you tell me.
You are.
No, just say no. See what happens. Not anymore. Sorry, I'm causing problems.
You are Godfried Host. The direct bloodline of Galahad Host. The one who cheated undeath. And you see yourself now kneeling across from a figure. Also kneeling. Almost albino white skin. Almost albino white hair. Sunken. Bleached. Host. I know it's you.
Brother, I don't got time for this.
Oh, you will. You will treat me with respect. Or I will send you home. You have.
Yes, Almighty Father, my reverence and respect goes out to you wholeheartedly. Without
At
like
this
a
time,
humble-
Viari, you notice that a tentacle is beginning to grow around Godfried's spine and is beginning to worm its way to his skull.
Can I grab Godfried and pull him into the necklace? It's not a spell, so it can't be a spell. My intention is to pull him into the necklace and immediately plane shift us out of there.
He is no longer a willing creature currently.
Okay, can I first subtle spell I have the spell written down. The one that suggestion. Subtle spell
On whom?
suggestion. On Godfried.
On Godfried? Okay.
Yeah.
What is the suggestion?
To come with me into to follow my orders, to Godfried, I suggest you do what I say. Now jump into the necklace.
Godfried's mind is currently not his own.
I was
and you
about
have
to-
not cast it on the correct creature.
Fuck. Okay, I'm going to
back to Godfried in the Mind Palace.
Without like a humble fucking tribute.
You don't care who I am, do you?
No.
I am undeath. I am the spirit you slayed.
Oh, what's up? Not me. Great to meet you though.
No. But your spirit did kill me. And you now hold it. Parade it like a badge of fucking honor.
Should I not?
It is a target for me. I want what you stole back.
So I didn't steal it.
Then you can freely return it, can you not?
My soul?
The gift I gave your soul.
Well, it's a gift, so why would you want it back? I thought you said I stole it.
The terms of the agreement were broken. Thus rendering
Not by me, though.
the gift, you're a frustrating individual.
Real.
I hope your skeleton will prove useful. Enjoy being in one of your other aspects, God.
You gonna kill me right now?
Worse. It's called kidnapping.
You're gonna kidnap me right now? Separate my soul from my body? No fight?
Why would
That's
I fight
it?
you?
I don't know.
You're clearly very strong.
Balanced gameplay?
Mm-hmm. I believe I gave you a saving throw, an action, and you decided to turn into Fada.
Was that you, though? A saving throw and an action to try and cook a plan? And then suddenly on a 37, I'm here? Fair balanced gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, on death, sir. This sounds a little bit like you're jealous because you couldn't do what apparently my soul could, which is use your soul to its fullest potential. And that's unfortunate for you. And while I'm saying I'm not commandeering what you have, maybe learn what you have now. You're taking for granted what you have. Listen, I'm doing what
do I have?
I don't know, man. That's up to you to decide.
I don't have my blood, my body, my soul, my spirit. I don't have my own sense of self. I don't even have control.
To vindicate.
I don't even have control over where I exist. And you're asking me to be thankful?
To vindicate yourself, you're going to take it out on me and not the people who took your blood? The same person who killed me?
I'm taking
really
it out.
honest.
I'm taking it out on everything that is taken from me until I can at least be fucking restored. Now.
Can I say something real quick? Just real quick before you try and kidnap me and stuff.
You've been speaking this whole time. What more could you possibly want to say?
Because now I know what you want.
You know what? No. Just like you said to me, I don't respect you enough. Goodbye.
Okay.
Enjoy murdering Viari. I hope
All
it's
right.
pleasant.
All right. Have fun. That's just how goals are aligned. Anyways, goodbye.
As you are brought back to your body, you feel something beginning to bore into your skull. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Do 32.
32. You manage to, in a weird way, calcify your bones just enough to prevent it boring into it. But this little nerve ending remains wrapped around you. Please add on 50 stacks of madness.
Aww. You're beating me. I guess yours aren't permanent, though.
Oh, it looks like that didn't work. I'll be leaving now.
No.
It casts plane shift.
Counterspell.
Counterspell.
Someone else cast counterspell.
I'm in the necklace.
Can I?
Yes.
You're here, aren't you?
Or is this in his head?
No. He's out of his head now. This is the eye guy.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure that we want him to stay.
I need him to stay. Listen, I don't ask for a lot from you guys.
I'm in necklace.
Accept complete control of the V army. Making a castle, making a defendable fort, a mech.
You ask for my, what is it? One Tuesday every 3 months, Godfrey.
Yeah, I don't ask a lot of you guys.
The whole Tuesday.
The whole Tuesday, I know. It's horrible. The work week, God.
I'm
We
still in
thrive
necklace,
under
though. It's up to
capitalism.
you.
Counterspell.
You cast it. All right, you win. It raises its hands. I'm not interested in fighting.
Then why are you interested in running? You definitely were interested in doing something a second ago. What was that?
I'm gonna ping Godfrey psychically real quick. We were told not to talk to this guy, to anything in here, to just kill everything immediately.
Who said
Wait,
that?
what?
What? Why was the kill anything immediately?
The hunters were you were there for this. We were
Jesus
told by the
Christ.
hunter guy. We were told not to stop
Okay.
the dog.
Okay, you should have brought that up with Godfrey, like, should we kill everyone? And I was like, I don't know.
You guys are up. I assumed you remembered that, and I just trusted that you were making your own decisions in the moment. I'm not about
Don't
to tell you how to
assume
play
I
the game.
remember shit.
But I am gonna remind you.
I wasn't here!
I'm gonna remind you in the moment where I kind of disagree.
Okay.
We've talked long enough. I'm talking longer. Let me Japanese real quick.
Okay.
Oh man.
Am I still tendrilled up or like what?
The tendril is wrapped around you, but it seems to have it's no longer trying to burrow. It's just kind of there.
Can I break out of them?
Kinky.
You can attempt to pull it off if you want.
Yeah, sure.
I would leave that if I were you.
I'm gonna break you like a stick.
I'm giving you advice. Take it or leave it.
Advice? You just tried to do something to my brain a second ago. I don't trust a word you say, little coral brain man.
All right, break it.
I'm gonna break it.
Please make another intelligence saving throw.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, D20. In the industry, we call that a 44.
As you reach to break it, you realize that these tendrils are actually no longer just connected to you physically, but magically as well. But you do realize this. And through channeling your magic, you manage to override its magic and turn it back into what it started as, which was a little eyeball. And it has been removed from your system. But your stacks of madness remain.
You take this little eyeball. I'm just gonna grab this dude in front of me. I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna like just hold him up with one hand. Where's the face spirit of undeath? Its corpse, its soul, whatever. I know its blood is everywhere. We know its spirit is mine.
Hold on.
What did you do? What was that? No. You obviously don't know what's happening. What the fuck did you just try to do to me?
Okay, calm. I understand that senses are heightened.
Heightened?
Yes.
I knew that.
Let us breathe.
You're right. Let's calm down.
I would love to
breathe. Let's breathe. Breathe, right, Viari? Let's breathe.
Godfrey Horst, correct. I've heard.
You know me.
I've heard of the Horsts. I do not know where the face spirit of undeath is, or what you just spurred this interaction. I don't even remember doing necessarily what I did in this moment to bring us here. It seems like your stay in the university has not been what you wanted. I will escort you to the exit, and we'll pretend this never happened. How about that?
One moment. Viari, what's that thing where we can, like, extract his memory? Encode thoughts. Can you cast encode thoughts for, like, the past 10 seconds real quick?
Okay.
Oh, I'll pop out, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Let me.
Okay.
We've all done things today. It's Viari's turn.
Yeah.
Why are you telling me that I have to go through this?
It's your turn!
I'll cast encode
I have
thought.
advantage on all wisdom saves. I will say that much. Regardless of whether or not it's magical, I have advantage on all wisdom saves because I'm a Kalistar.
Right, but you're also like, well, I had to make a charisma save earlier and a con save. And I also had to make a wisdom at some point. But you've also not been touched by this, and I think if you haven't been compromised, it's good to keep it that way.
Okay, that's fair. I'm the only one at this point, but I like the sound of that. I'm happy to not be compromised.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will cast encode thoughts.
I appreciate you so much.
As you
I'll
cast
be damned if anyone else gets my madness.
As you cast your thoughts, you reach into this thing's brain, and I need you to make a charisma save and a wisdom save.
Again, you have my bonus.
Yeah, you have bonus here.
Okay, charisma is 15. Wisdom is 36.
What was that charisma save?
15. It's the same number of dice for both of them. It just is the way it is.
As you
Do you have... Wait. I want to see if I have the spell that lets me make you re-roll that. Do you remember what it's called off? It's a reaction.
Silvery barbs?
And you can... Silvery barbs.
No, silvery barbs only works
do
on
either of you...
Silvery barbs only works on success. It doesn't work on when you fail. You can't re-roll failed saves with it.
Are we sure?
Yeah, it's fine.
We're positive.
Are we sure?
Hey.
Brooke, I love your energy. I love the attitude. It's so fine. I signed up for this.
As your mind... Ace, as you reach out to this thing to try and cast and code thoughts, with your wisdom save, you manage to concentrate and focus on just this creature. Your charisma save, though, is a failure, and by a very wide margin.
Really? That 15 didn't make it?
Nah. And in this moment, you realize something very unfortunate. That fear center in your brain that you've been so holding on to unravels. And in its place, a little eye. And it looks around in your head. And it connects to your brain. You can now safely cast moon magic spells. But please give yourself 50 stacks of madness.
Is that...
This is revenge for all the times that we threatened to put people's eyes in backwards with a light bulb in their head.
Is this 50 stacks? This is like separate from the 16 of permanent madness that I have?
Oh no, that's additional.
Okay, so these are permanent. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do I cast the spell though? Do I get to encode? I get to see his thoughts.
You get to encode the thoughts, but in doing so, you realize you are broaching places that you should not. You encode the thoughts for the past few seconds. You pull out the strand, and you realize the strand is not one strand, but almost a branching line, like a frayed strand. There's so many branches as you pull
strand-like gameplay.
Real strand-like gameplay. And now, to Danny and to A's, I need you both to make a wisdom saving throw, please. DC set by your stacks of madness.
Okay, offbeat.
What's up?
If I got a natural 20 and all sixes. What then? Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool.
I automatically fail.
I fail.
Your stacks of madness are reset to 0.
Great. No negatives.
But plus. Godfried, for this past moment, your mind is confused because as you look at this thing, you think it's Viari that you're holding. And Viari looks like the thing.
So wait, am I my predisposition makes me think that I'm holding Viari?
Yeah, right now you think you're holding Viari.
I'm like, Viari, get out of my hand! What are you doing here? And I'm gonna go grab the other creature that is definitely not VRE.
Okay.
Ace.
Okay.
As you hold the strand, this is actually your scarf, and you should put it on.
Okay, yeah.
As you put it on, it begins to latch onto your face. Please give yourself an additional 9th level spell slot.
Wow, only net positives here.
And you feel like you need more eyes inside your head.
Yeah. Can I, the eye, because these guys are connecting to the moon, can I like, does the eye in my head feel like it's staring at anything?
Right now, it's just looking around. You can feel it looking around, looking for something. You can't quite figure out what.
Okay. Yeah, you immediately see as soon as A's cast the spell, like they just look entirely distant. And even before like Godfrey's thing and stuff, and before I even pull it out, and I'll encode the thoughts. And what is it? Is it tentacles that are like?
They're like kind of lightly moving tentacles, just like brushing up against your face.
Yeah, as the thoughts, I put it around my neck, and it goes from the little magical strand to just these moving tentacles.
Godfrey, as you stare at this thing you're now holding, I need you to make a charisma save.
Is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
Yeah, did you just let him grab you? Did you try to not? Did you not duck?
What? I didn't have an opportunity to do anything.
You should give him a chance to avoid. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna fail anyway. I have an 8
In the
straight.
industry, we call that a 35.
Okay. Godfrey, as you grab Viari, your brain stops glitching, and you realize you were holding Viari up by their scruff of their coat. And you let go.
Viari, you were just in my hand. Get out of my hand. Other Viari, not Viari. You!
I was about to jump into my necklace to get out of this, but...
Please reset your max stacks of madness, Godfrey, to 10.
All right. Any more rolls?
That's it.
I'm going to go grab the other guy. He's just like a big brain, right?
He's a big tentacle amoeba thing. He looks like a nerve system that's been pulled out.
I was holding him before. How soft is his body?
Surprisingly dense. Around the main cord. It's very dense.
All right, I'm gonna grab the main cord. That's a spinal column. I'm gonna grab him by his spinal column.
I suggest that you leave this place.
Oh, we'll leave on our own time, all right.
What do you plan to do with me, Mr. Hoss?
What do I plan to do with you? I plan on getting answers. Ace, what the fuck is on your face?
Okay, so in my mind, right, I want more eyes. There's 2 ways I can think of getting eyes.
Are you saying this out loud?
No, I'm talking off.
Like, I want more eyes.
So I need more eyes. No, because I don't want to say it out loud because I feel like you guys are gonna not want me to get eyes. Like, is it that I need to grow more eyes, or do I just need to connect to this thing that I know that has a bunch of eyes that are looking at the moon?
That's a good question. It sounds like some experimentation might be needed, don't you think?
Yeah.
Can I do anything in all of this?
Yari, I'm going to say that you may try to do what you want, but you are watching a little bit in horror. But you can try to stop this. You may. Wow. How would you like to intervene?
I just want to pull us all out of here at this point. I just want to be like... At first, I would like to cast banishment on the tentacle that is wrapping around Ace.
You want to banish the tentacle wrapping around Ace?
Yeah.
All right. A's, please make what's the wisdom saving throw for wisdom? For the banishment, I'm sorry. Is it wisdom? Or is it charisma? It's charisma.
Yeah, it's charisma, and the save DC. Sorry, I need to calculate this because it's not accurate on D&D Beyond because of all the additional stuff. What is it? It's normally 8 plus. Is it 8 or 10 plus?
8.
I think it's 8 plus.
8 plus proficiency. Plus
Your
modifier.
proficiency, which is 8 plus modifier, which is 7 plus my bonus thing, which is 2, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 25.
25. All right, save DC for you, A's, is 25 on that charisma save.
So I fail.
Okay. A's is banished.
Fuck. Okay. Well, they go back to their home plane, right? Though.
You have to concentrate for
So, which would now be the Pantheon?
You'd have to concentrate for a full minute before they go back. But yes, if you want to.
Do I have to concentrate for that amount of time before they go
No,
back?
I thought I go back. I thought I'm on the home plane, but if you concentrate for a minute, then I get stuck there.
Oh yeah.
My thought it was.
Yeah. If the target is named to a different plane of existence, that the one you're on, the target is banished with a faint popping, returning to its home. If the spell ends before 1 minute has passed, the target reappears in the space it left or the nearest unoccupied space. So.
Okay. Cool.
So is that the Pantheon or is that the Feywild?
That would be your choice. But before you go there, you pass by something, and I need you to make another wisdom save.
Mm-hmm. Wisdom.
We know that leaving the plains does stuff. We were aware of this one.
26.
26. The moon looks at you, and then your eye inside your head looks at the moon, and it looks very pleased. And you feel one of the little cords connect to another part of your brain. But you're back at the Pantheon. Gottfried, you're staring at the tentacle man who you want answers from.
Gottfried, we've got to go.
Okay. Take us to the exit. I'll listen to your directions. Go on.
Oh, you're taking me with you?
For now. As far as you need to go.
You're going to take me outside?
Who knows? I'm not sure yet. Can you go outside? Can you do something? You're saying this like I shouldn't, and I really don't care right now. So just take us.
All right. I'll take you. I need to be put down, but feel free to just hold
Tell me where to go. I'll walk.
Outside this door, to the right, and walk straight out the exit.
Great. Viari, do we have simulacrums in here? I don't remember.
We have my daily one.
Okay. You know what? It's out there to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever. That's the exit.
Yes.
I also did put that spell back up on the entrance when we came in.
All right, cool. Godfrey's gonna take out his shotgun. All right. Okay. So Viari, we're gonna kill everything here.
Okay.
Yeah. How many classrooms
all right.
there? How many classrooms are in this building?
There are more classrooms than you can see.
I don't think we can kill everything. If you want to kill everyone in this room, fine, but...
Yeah, sure. Yeah, great idea.
It's fine. I can just throw down a sickening radiance and they should die within, 6 rounds.
That's not fast enough. Take the shotgun, fire at the crowd. Shadow Blade, Arcane Smite, Divine Smite. That'll do the bounce to all of them and outwards.
Well, also if you take out the main guy too, we know that the other
how many of them are there? Because the cone splits off from each of them.
You'll get all of them. If you shoot.
Well, I'm also trying to destroy as much of this building as possible in the blast.
If you aim it from the back corner, diagonally to the front corner, you'll get a big chunk.
Like the building or of the people?
Of the people, you've never really used Arcane Smite on a building before. So you don't know.
Sure. I'll just kill all these people, I guess. Make me feel a little better.
You fire, you load it up, and the blast launches, cascading from each person, consuming their body and metabolizing it into force before it blasts. Does the same. Metabolizes, blast, metabolize, blast, metabolize, until eventually all of them have been turned into nothing. And the force blast results creates a 90-foot cone through the building to the basement floor. And that's when you realize that below this building, now you see, is the catacombs below the city. Below the Undercity. You've opened up another entrance. And as you do this, you also realize water begin to pour into the catacombs. There was no water outside. There wasn't even a lake for miles. It was an open field. But somehow, water gushing down almost as if a lake has just had a hole unplugged from it is pouring into the catacombs.
We go down?
I guess we go down.
Great. I'm going to cast Fireball up into the building to try and set as much things as fire as possible. I'm just going to let it go.
I'm going to grab like a thing of the alchemical liquid stuff to turn it blue and just toss it up into the fireball.
Not the blue target symbol.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let that burn until the entire university hopefully burns down, and I'll drop down into the sewer with this fucking scrungly brain. I'm still dragging him. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna make this easier myself. He's got legs, right?
Yeah, he can walk.
I'm gonna shoot them off.
They grow back.
Hmm?
They grow back.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna hog tie him and just carry him on my back like a backpack.
You can just tie up his own limbs, dude.
Yeah, there you go.
Very bendy.
There you go. I'm playing with fucking, what's his name? It's like the little green dude. Gwimbly? Gumby.
Gumby?
Not fucking Gumby, dude.
Wimbley?
Gwimbly, I don't know.
That's our copyright compliant. Gumby,
You
Gwimbly.
got the fucking string cheese man out here. You're bringing with you
Yes.
Goldengo from Pokemon Sword and Shield. As you fucking tie up his limbs, you drag him down, and you leap down into the catacombs. Viari, you look around at the destruction that Godfried caused. And you remember that Godfried grabbed you. Something in his eyes didn't recognize you in that moment. You remember that. And you look to the things that Godfried attacked and obliterated. And as you look up above you, a minuscule hole, pitch black, begins to widen. Slowly, but noticeably. Until a very long, brown, disgusting, putrid tentacle filled
Can it
with
be purple?
thorns pops out. And that's where we're gonna go to break. Thank you all so much for watching the first half of Paperwork Pantheon. We will be back in 15 minutes to finish up the second half. This has got exciting very quickly, and I'm very happy.
Me too.
I hope you'll see you soon. Goodbye! Ah! Oh wait, wrong thing. I'm dumb. I'm dumb.
Also, my bad.
Yeah, we're back.
And also, deep down, from the bottom of my heart, my bad.
My bad. Hello, chat. Hello, chat. We are back. My bad, by the way. But we last left off, the party had made a series of what I would personally call bad decisions, but you guys can call very entertaining ones.
Yeah, I was like, I like to think we advanced the plot.
I like to think that Amelia personally smells out horrible decisions and goes, "Oh, this is gonna be fucking hilarious."
This is
And
gonna be
then
so
does.
funny.
Listen, I've stopped making optimal decisions for Godfrey. Now I'm making funny ones.
I've noticed and I respect it.
Good for God.
They've left me to be the responsible one.
Now
Yeah,
you
good
know
luck.
my experience on the Monday campaign as Solar Tom, the canonically insane.
Yeah, no, you deserve that. Offbeat, I have no sympathy for you because that's the one game where I don't have to be the responsible one. I just get to play Cantankerous Kai and be silly, goofy, stupid.
I'm glad. I hope the brown poop tentacle doesn't get you. Anyway, back to Ace. Ace, you arrived back in the Pantheon. And your scarf does not match this tile set at all. In fact, you don't want to be here. This place, you want to come back later. You want to go and change your scarf first.
Okay, so I'll just go back to I'll go to my domain.
You could. Alistair does stop you and go, "What's that on your neck?"
Scarf.
Scarf. Is that what we're calling that?
Yes.
He looks confused and puzzled. You have seen this face a few times when dealing with you, so that small feeling of pride does wash over. But he leans in and goes, "So that you think that's a scarf currently on your neck?"
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You don't
What
mind.
do you think it is?
I think it looks like a beam of light with tentacles that are slowly trying to dig their way into your mouth.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
If it's a scarf, do you mind if you take it off just for a little bit? You can put it back
No.
on immediately after. You don't mind? Excellent. Please do.
Could I take it off?
You can try.
Yeah, I'll try.
As you go to take it off, first of all, you don't want to do this. Your body is like,
Yeah.
I don't want to take off the scarf. I look too good in it. Second of all, you feel a tugging at the base of your neck. Almost like it is dug into your soul. It wants to stay. Why would it leave? It's yours.
The scarf stays on.
Aha. So it does. I'm just going to quickly take a simulacrum review, if that's alright. I want to do some tests.
No.
No?
No.
I need to do tests. I'll have to do them on you then.
I would like to leave. Actually, I think what I'll do is, I'm gonna kind of move up toward Alistair, and, you have such beautiful eyes. And I'm gonna try and get the tentacles to take them out of his head.
Alright. Please make a spell attack roll.
Yeah.
+3.
Okay, so spell attack. That's... Ah, shit. That's so low. Yeah, because that's only a 21.
As the tentacles go to lash at his eye, you first of all, he's no longer there. Second of all, you look down at your waist. Does a 16, 22, 27, 32, 36, 37. Does a 46 hit?
Yes.
Does that crit?
Yes.
You look down and see a beam of light embedded in your stomach. And you find yourself unable to move. Now that was not wise, Ace.
I have a 9 wisdom.
We are going to be removing that from your neck now. And at this point, you can either comply or face detainment.
I really don't want this thing removed from my neck is the thing that I'm trying to grapple with.
I know. I know you don't.
Yeah.
At this point, it's no longer your scarf. It's your best friend. It's your familiar.
Yeah.
It's your familiar and it's Z's at once. But that familial love is felt. You don't want this gone.
What is do I know what's holding me in place? Have I seen this before? Do I know of this?
Actually, you did. When you watched Z's be unmade by Alistair, it is one of those needles that is currently pinning you through the stomach. If you can cast a spell that has no somatic components and only verbal, I will allow.
I mean, Wish doesn't, right?
Verbal's just verbal. Wish is just verbal, yeah.
Yeah.
Dimension Door also doesn't.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start with the Dimension Door.
As you cast Dimension Door, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Sure, I'm shit at this. It's fine. 28.
28. You fail. As you as you pop through the Dimension Door, Alistair is sitting at his desk as you find yourself in his office. Ace, did you forget that my domain is teleportation, or was this just a vain attempt of escape?
Where the fuck is? Wait. I want to use my time skip ability to mulligan that.
To redo your turn? Alright. Time rewinds. You find yourself back in that moment with the thing through your chest. Oh, a do-over.
I'm gonna try to plane shift this time.
As you cast plane shift, you once again plane shift to his domain.
Wait, okay,
Another teleportation spell, Ace, really?
Okay, wait, I thought I was gonna get another saving throw was the thing.
Oh,
last
okay,
time,
let's do a saving throw. Sorry, I forgot.
That was me trying to re-roll the saving
charisma save. My apologies. You're right.
That's a 32?
That is another fail.
God.
Another teleportation spell, Ace? Are you sure a wish maybe wasn't more suited to your means?
I'm gonna mulligan again. Yeah.
What will we do this time?
How many times can you do that?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to. Well, yeah, I guess I want to. Well, here's the thing. Do I want to wish to be back on Fishhook, or do I want to wish to be near the moon? Because I love the moon. It's great and it's neat. I think. What I would like to do is kind of call upon this eldritch moon magic to break this connection.
Please make a spell attack roll as you call upon the moon.
That is a 36.
As you do this, you sever the connection that Alistair has on you. And you begin to fall. Alistair looks down the hole you fell. And you see him mouth the word, "Oh shit." As you fall, and as you look into the dark pit that you are now falling, you see that it's not a pit, but the inside of a pupil of an eye. And it widens as you approach it. And it widens. And it widens. And it widens until you fall into what could be a city-sized pupil. And you hear a low, rumbling voice that you've heard speak to others. Never to you. But this time you understand it. Ace, my champion of the moon, I encourage thee to delve deeper. Do you hear me, Ace?
Yes.
Accept my gift, Ace. Accept my gift. Do you accept?
I don't think I say anything. I think I just do.
Your mind begins to populate with eyeballs on the inside, popping up. You no longer have need for a physical form. You no longer have need for any spell component whatsoever, material or GP cost or otherwise. And any spell below 3rd level may be cast freely without spending spell components. But, as you accept this, your mind is no longer 100% your own. At all, even. In fact, calling yourself A's would be to discredit what you are now. As you are the moon's vassal. The will of the great beyond. And as this occurs, A's, you die. And that spell and that character sheet is destroyed. Please pick another character sheet.
Got one left.
You awaken in Death's chambers. Death surprised. Alistair waiting. Ace, what happened? As you emerge covered in soup. What was that? Your previous wants are gone. That scarf you now remember was just an encode thoughts, and your need to gain more eyes has left you. Your mind and thoughts are now once again 100% your own.
I I transcended.
Oh no. Okay. Well, it's safe to say we've fallen into Chaos's hands once again. That was godly flesh that you just handed over to an eldritch entity. It won't be long before it finds a way to incarnate, whether by subsuming the flesh, using it. What it's going to do is going to be who knows when. This is not good. On the list of things that I didn't want, this was pretty high up there. It's not your fault, I know. It was that entity. I'm going to send you back to the rest of them. Be careful with whatever caused that. Whatever did that managed to sever you from my power entirely, and thus my protection. That means it is on a scale of a similar level to me, and is a threat of similar scale to Beatrice. And death pipes up at this moment. And, I don't know if I can get that sheet back. It's not dead. It's just no longer you. You'd have to kill it first. You'll have to hunt it. Should still be a body that you're familiar with, but I can no longer reach it in the soup. Are you okay?
Fine.
Do you want to go back out there, or do you want time to rest?
I'll go.
Okay. Alistair thinks for a moment. Just to help protect you, let's make a quick deal. I'm going to give you a one-time get-out-of-jail-free card. If you ever find yourself trapped in trouble, your mind being influenced by things other than your own or your friends, pull this, cast any spell on it, and I can get you out of that situation. And he hands you the card of no takesies backsies.
I was actually imagining a little Monopoly man.
It is a little Monopoly.
Yeah, to get a jail-free card. Yeah, I take it. I take the deal.
Mm-hmm. All right. You have the no takesies backsies card. Okay. Is Uki eating something in your room, Danny?
It's Ori.
It's
She's
Ori.
sucking her paw.
Okay.
She's right here. She's sucking her paw.
I was like, I'm just hearing the lightest like sound of like something just going on. And I'm like,
I'm muted right now because I'm also eating. I'm a loud, disgusting eater, so I muted myself. I'm like, nom, nom, nom.
Okay,
I'm sorry, it's Ori.
It's
So
all good. I
funny,
was just like, what is that sound?
I
Okay.
wondered if you guys could hear it, but no one commented, so I'm like, oh, it must not be picking up. She is so loud.
She's like, oh yeah,
She's
this
a
palm.
baby. You literally like curls her into a ball and like sucks her paw when she's happy. It's so loud.
It's adorable, but how loud it is.
It's adorable, but it's real fucking loud.
When you're trying to sleep and she does it like right next to you.
She will lay down
like,
right next to your head, and it's just like.
She did it to Amelia. I think Amelia was driven insane when they were here.
Yeah.
So it's I'm just imagining
Oh
like,
my God,
cartoon,
listen.
like fucking Maggie from The Simpsons, like the little baby just sucking
Yeah.
on a bottle.
Genuinely.
Listen, my cats have weird traits, and I know that they do. Yeah.
Excellent. Anyway, now that I know what that is, I'm happy. So
She's now got numb. She's not doing it anymore.
okay. But you get the Takesies Backsies card, and Alistair sends you back to your crew. Sorry, my YouTube is being incredibly slow, so I'm struggling to get to my music. Let's move on to more bad choices. That's a good mindset, King Creepsta. You're so right for that. Back with the rest of the crew. Viara, you look up, and you see that that brown, spiky tentacle unfurl from the hole in the ceiling.
Nope. And I am going to dive into the, like, basically the way that I want this to go is for the necklace to be falling down into the water and for me to be going into the necklace.
And are you hoping Godfrey's gonna catch you?
I will.
Well, even if he doesn't, I can always cast water breathing or something. Like,
I'm just wondering, like, because, like, you're just kind of throwing the necklace, getting in the necklace.
yeah, like, look, if Godfrey catches, just down into the water, whatever is easiest. If I have to put additional effort into throwing it towards Godfrey, then that will probably not be a priority. But if it seems like an easy enough thing to do, then yeah, in Godfrey's general direction.
Whip it towards Godfrey. Godfrey, I need you to make a athletics or acrobatics check to catch the necklace, as it's quite a far throw. It's a 90-foot hole that Viari's just kind of like flinging this thing and leaping into.
How does 43 sound?
Say that again?
43.
43. You catch it nimbly, acrobatically, all at the same time. You leap up to it, catch it, put it all in one fell swoop, and the tangled mess of a thing on your back. You can't. It doesn't really speak, but it thinks impressively. A's, you appear back with the party in your noticeably different gear. And you're now in the at the start of some catacombs, water pouring in over these steps as they lead down deeper.
Oh, so we didn't like fall into a thing full of water.
No, it's like more like water is pouring in from somewhere and it's pouring into the catacombs.
You look different. Did you die?
Yeah.
Rip. Do you want this eyeball? I'm going to hold up the one that was attached to me.
I'm good on eyes for now, I think.
Great. I need this one. I'm going to keep it for research.
Okay, be careful.
Anyways.
Everything just got a lot worse also.
Than it already was?
Mm-hmm.
Hard to believe.
Yeah, well, believe it.
With you involved, I believe anything.
Can I jump back out again?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Oh my god, Asia back. That is such good news. I am so glad that you're okay. Are you okay? Where is the weird tentacle thing? We don't have time for that. I'm sorry. We need to go. We need to get away. They can follow us from where we are, and there was this weird ass brown tentacle coming down from the ceiling, and I really don't want to find out what that was all about.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, great, thank you. And I start dragging them along. And I'm going to immediately throw out Charlie to start scouting ahead. Plus, I am going to go invisible and have my simulacrum go invisible, and we're going to create a makeshift network to start scouting. And I'm going to use my Genie Warlock ability to fly so that I'm not making any kind of sound on the ground as I go. If there's too much water, if it's like seems like there's going to be way too much water, I can always cast or have my simulacrum cast water breathing.
Honestly, it doesn't. The water seems to just keep on flowing down and down and down and down and down and down and down the whole time.
Hey, do you have that on Code Thought still?
Yeah. Why?
Can I shoot?
Oh wait, the one that I took?
Yeah.
No. Oh, I don't have it. I sort of connected to the moon and gave it everything.
Awesome.
Do you guys want to be in a necklace?
No, I want to look.
Okay.
So everything on me and about me is with it now.
Awesome. Well, I'll cast Code Thoughts myself then on this creature.
On what creature?
The dude on my back. I'm calling him Bingle.
No, do not do that, Godfrey.
Why?
So I did that, and that led me down to giving the moon.
I need to know what he saw, and he doesn't remember.
I'm in a very tough spot here, Godfrey. I can't stop you.
I can ask more questions. I'm just going to keep this in mind. Mm-hmm. Well, let's descend into these watery catacombs now. Yes, what are we doing down here anyways? Deeper. Oh, shut the fuck up. Speak when spoken to, okay?
All right.
Wait, what is this that's talking?
The coral dude.
He tied up the tentacle man into a knot and put him on his back.
I think we should kill this guy.
I would love to, but he's got answers that he doesn't know yet, and I need those.
Well, what answers do you need?
Yeah, I asked you about the Fey Spirit of Undeath, and you're like, I know nothing. What just happened to me? I am so stupid.
I'll never have those answers.
Great.
Everything
well, you have other ones
so
for us.
Distant now. Kill me. I have no need to be here anymore.
Well, I'm keeping you around.
Okay.
Is this, I don't know, Fey Spirit of Undeath did something. It's in the blood of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So in my eyes, I don't know. I need to figure out something. I need to figure something out. I'm planning, I'm scheming. Because right now my plan is to kill everything on this plane to release the blood. But that's not a great idea because there are innocents here. And I can't kill them. Unless we do like a mass blood transfusion, but even so, it's embedded into their stem cells. It's not like it's going to change anything.
Mm-hmm.
The moon is here.
Not quite, you bastard.
The moon's child is being born right now.
Is the moon an egg?
No, but I sort of became the champion of the moon right before I died.
Oh my god. Can we get Mr. Nib on the line? Sorry, Captain Nib.
Would you like to get Mr. Nib?
I'm going to call Captain Nib.
Cast sending.
Yeah. Captain Nib, find us in person.
He gave you sending stones. He appears immediately.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Hey, bud. How you doing?
Hello. What is the problem?
Captain, I need you to... So what is your primary mission right now?
You told me to wait before we infiltrated the church. I scoped out the area and killed everything around within a 100-foot radius, ensuring that we would have a safe entrance into the church. You are approximately 2 hours late.
Thank you, Captain.
You're welcome.
Much appreciated. Yeah, I have a new objective for you. I need you to find the... God, what did you call it, Ace?
The moon, the champion of the moon.
Champion of the moon, child of the moon, moon, baby, something like that. It's gonna look like A's. It's gonna be fucked up.
All right. What level of prejudice am I allowed to engage in this mission with? Because
aggressive.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet.
If you see the moon child?
If I see the moon child, I will slay it immediately, as it is an abomination
Do not engage.
against nature.
It is. Do not engage. You're too important to die.
I'm going to need to break into the church to access this information.
A moonchild? Fine. You have. I'll allow you to break into the archives of the church to find out anything on any information regarding the moon children. If you find any books, I need you to bring them to me. Can you do that?
How many people am I allowed to kill?
Keep it to a minimum of 2.
2 people.
At least. Minimum. Up to 15.
What's my maximum? I just need to know the maximums.
15. 15's the max.
Make sure you hit at least 2.
Kill at
Minimum
least
2.
Maximum 15. Any other things?
Yes.
Perhaps a smoothie. That was sarcasm. I'm not getting you one. Goodbye.
Oh,
And he's out.
I was gonna have more. All right, whatever. I listen.
You want more? He's back. What do you want?
I was gonna say, if you see it, I need you to alert us immediately. Can you do that? We're gonna need to explore these catacombs down here. These connect everything. We're gonna try and explore them, figure out what's down here, because this is where the body of the Fae Spirit of Death should be. Correct?
No, you're in the wrong location.
What are we doing down here then?
I have no idea.
What are we doing down here, guys?
I
Jumped
just
down here.
died and came back and you all were here.
Viari, hold the necklace. Viari, what are we doing?
I'm scouting. I'm away.
God damn it.
Can I offer you some perhaps advice?
Unsolicited now it is, yes.
You're welcome. Here's what I think. I think that what you are currently doing is called scouting. There are many secrets to this place. You need to uncover them before you can figure out your plans. Making plans before you have answers results in poor outcomes. For example, the Time One becoming the vassal for the Moon God.
Okay, Mr. Nib. Mister is how you know I'm being serious with you. Mister? I sense you have a lot of tension. I understand that. You are a high-strung person.
I'm not doing this aggressively. I'm doing this as a matter of trying my best.
I know. Listen, and I'm proud of you for trying your damnedest. I need you to take it down 2 notches. You take it down 2 notches. I need you to be a little less condescending. I know it's built into your DNA, but people can change. that He's trying. That's what matters, guys.
He's so lemon grab coated.
Real. No, bro, you fucked your audio. It just got real quiet. No, you are so quiet. What the fuck just happened?
The computer said we need to calibrate.
How about now?
No.
Still quiet.
No.
Imagine Offbeat broke his microphone doing that.
What if you just reset? Can you like turn it off and then on again? Like if you just reset it, do you think it'll
Like maybe unplug your interface? Try that real quick. Mpreg Moon.
Hello?
Much better.
That's better.
I think my sound is... I think it's trying to auto-adjust the volume.
I think it was doing it in like StreamYard, yeah.
Yeah.
You're all good now though. It works very perfect.
I hate when it does that. It makes me so fucking annoyed. It's been doing this recently and I'm like, why?
All right. Captain
Yes.
Nib. This is a very delicate situation. The body needs to die, but I also think it's a lead. This will give us more direct knowledge of what
the body.
Sorry, go.
The body of the fake spirit of undeath is already dead.
No, not the fake spirit of undeath. The moon. Moon baby. Evil A's.
The moon, the vassal of the moon.
This will give us more insight and knowledge into what the moon actually wants, as it will be acting on its behalf. It is going to be the right hand of the moon. I need you to observe it. I need you to take notes. Because if we learn what it's doing, we can learn what the moon wants.
I think the moon just wants to encompass everything.
But how is it going to go about doing that? That's what I'm wondering. Because right now, all we know is that people are looking at the moon and they're connected to it somehow and it's doing something. I know nothing else.
You made a very large hole in this university.
Yeah, I was mad.
There is a lot of books that are probably gone. Before you enter this catacomb, I suggest you check the classrooms and try and find the different rooms of study. Perhaps they will have your answers.
Not a bad idea. Thank you, Captain. That will be all for now.
Also, there will probably be books in the catacombs and more answers, but there will probably be more questions in the catacombs. Arm yourself with knowledge first, and you might be able to answer them. May I go back to being condescending? I do not like this.
Yes, Captain. At ease.
Ah! Thank you. Now have fun, miscreants. And he's gone.
What did I do? Was that like a freaking Simpsons character?
I'm gonna yell down into the catacombs. Viari! Do you see any books?
Do I hear him?
Harry! Performance check. There will probably be an echo.
Check?
Probably.
Oh my god, I forgot how good my performance was. Holy shit, I'm amazing.
Why is Nib smart? Nib has omnipotence.
His whole thing is that he's omnipotent, no power, whereas there are now 4 powerful Beatrices who don't know shit. Right?
No, inverse. He doesn't know shit, but he's still smart. The ability to process information is not determined by your knowledge, you know? Beatrices know everything, but have no power. Nib has all the power, but doesn't know things, so he's learning as he goes. But he's still
41.
able to process at the same level as Alistair. 41. The bellow that reaches beyond that which physically can happen. All of the little dudes in your chest that you've accumulated join in on the choir. as the shout reaches too deep down, and the familiar that's holding you, Viari, you're Charlie. Viari, I'm just saying in books. Just saying in books. Just saying in books.
The whole point of me scouting ahead is for stealth and information.
Well, now I'm asking for information.
Yeah, please make a perception and investigation check.
God, I'm good.
My God. All right, let me have a look.
It's been a rough episode for Godfried and his decisions. Godfried on top. Rougher episode for A's, though.
Doesn't have good episodes.
Because she was played by me.
Alright. The first
You should see the ending of the arc of Unprepared Casters I GM'd.
The perception check is 28.
Okay.
And an investigation was the other one?
Yes.
34.
Okay. As you have been patrolling this place, you have been noticing books, and your brain told you to pick them up because you're smart. And Charlie has been, and has been putting them in a little basket. You've got a lot of books now, all relating to various different topics, from the fucking 90-foot cone cavern that Godfried blasted into the earth. And you make another realization. Godfried Godfrey's arcane smite is anti-magic properties. The anti-magic properties eliminated whatever was changing the structure, layout, protections that were making this place what it is. The lake might be the natural state of the university. That's why there's all this water in this area after Godfrey caved it in. It's leaking in almost.
Wait. Charlie,
Yeah?
does this mean that our reality still exists and this has just been rewritten over the top, but it can be removed?
No, I think this is... You're in the right track, but not quite. I think they cast the spell to make the university on top of a lake for some reason.
Lake
Do we think that
Rune.
there's any significance to the lake?
There's gotta be.
Why does there have to be?
Why else would you put a university on a lake? And if you look at all these
Well,
symbols, some of these books say lake on them.
But
He flaps it in your face.
oh, and they had on the key there was something about the lake too, right? Is the lake the entire Undercity? Was there originally a... Was it just the university?
I don't know, kid.
You had your bad decision moment. Let me have mine.
You hate bad decision moments. You regret every
I
bad
know.
decision you've ever made.
I know. And if I'd been put in the same position that you had with Ace, I would be devastated.
You know what?
However,
I am actually upset, and it's just because that means I can't fuck around with moon shit anymore. That's why I'm upset, is that it took that the moon child thing happened immediately, so I couldn't milk this longer.
Oh, no, you can, Ace. Don't worry. Do you think,
Stop
you think
encouraging
the moon
them.
child is only going for one? It needs a brother.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Where were we? What were we doing?
You were talking to Charlie
Talking to Charlie about lakes.
about lakes.
Do we think that the lake was just where the university is? How big is the university campus?
I don't know. A 90-foot cone should have destroyed all of it. But frankly, the fact that it didn't suggests that there was magic shortening it and keeping it in place, space manipulation of some kind. The demi-planes of sorts. You know, now that I think about it, if there were demi-planes involved in this place, that means all the books are probably okay because they weren't even actually here. They were just in a demi-plane location or a teleported location in a different place. The university could have just been the conglomeration like we dealt with in the space place in the government buildings.
I see. Okay. I have an idea. I'm going to call back my simulacrum.
All
right.
It's just in your necklace. It'll pop out.
It was scouting as well.
Oh,
I did declare this.
I believe you.
I declared
It runs back.
all of this.
It runs back.
Okay. I want you to
1 second, I'm a little bit
go up to
far.
this. Okay, cool. We have a telepathic link.
Oh no, I'm just...
It's not flying, it's running, splashing through the water.
I don't know why, because it was told to fly.
Oh, my bad. It comes back. Hello. Sorry, what for a job?
You know better. You know better. You are a perfect copy of me. You know better.
It's also fun.
Does our situation seem fun? You know what? Don't answer that. Here's what you're going to do. You are going to go back to the surface. You're going to alert some of the other simulacrums. You're going to get them down here. Tell them if they need to turn into earth elementals and just burrow their way down. We're going to get them down here so that we have support in the catacombs. We had a network forming in the Undercity, so we're just going to extend that down into the catacombs, and we're going to be on book collection duty.
Don't you remember? But don't you remember? We couldn't actually get inside the university because of that spell that prevented them from access.
Are we still in university?
I
The
don't
catacombs?
know.
Well, we're going to get them into the catacombs and then scouting and mapping out this whole section.
I mean, I'll tell them to do it and we can give it a shot.
Or do you not think this is going to work?
I don't know. I'm you.
Okay. All right. Go do
Are you
whatever
not
else.
confident? Are you not confident? Now I'm not confident.
I was, and then you started questioning it. All right, just go do what you were told, please.
Okay. Splash, 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 splash. Oh wait, I can fly. VR.
When did the army become incompetent? They were never this bad. They were never like this before. When did they become bad at their jobs?
When I wanted to
This
make it
reflects poorly
silly.
on me.
When I wanted to make it silly. They pass by. You watch as one of the simulacrums darts by. Hello, Godfrey. Hello, Ace. And they pass by. All right. Anything else you want to do, Fiari?
I heard Godfried calling me back, didn't I?
You heard him say, "See any books?"
Oh, see any books? Okay. Once. How long does it take for the network to get set up down here? To like put enough of them down here that I can ping?
How many more of the army points do you have?
I have. I have this saved in my phone. 9 for today.
9. I'm going to require 5 to do this little venture, as you are once again immediately setting up a new branch of your army in a day.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
Or at least attempting to, because we'll see where we end up. As these...
If I can't do a full-blown network, then it's like, you know, focus on this area.
Yeah.
Give us the ability to communicate in this area and gather books, like focus underneath the university.
As it takes a little bit, they begin digging, and within like about 15 minutes, are you gonna it's gonna take some time. You don't know the result yet. What do you want to do while this is happening?
If I think it's gonna take too long, then I'm just gonna start heading back towards Godfried and A's. But if it's gonna be quick, then I'll wait to ping my location to them.
You wait a minute, 5 minutes, nothing. It should be up by now. Something's gone wrong.
Fuck. Okay. Alright, let's take what we have and head back. Does my simulacrum at least come back?
Yeah, your simulacrum comes back within 5 minutes. Goes, bye, Godfrey. Bye, Ace. And they come back down and they meet you, Viari. So they're down.
I love that neither of you bothered to like catch them and tell them anything. Just let them go. Okay.
Why would I stop it? What reason would I have?
Were you trying to tell me something?
No, that wasn't in character. That was you talking about things and me being like, ask A's because A's has context. But I wasn't there, so I couldn't.
Was trying to call me. Okay, I am just gonna dredge back with the books.
Okay.
Just.
Oh, the book thing. He was just trying to reach you. But yeah.
Yeah, they said that they dug down, but all they really found was, as you guys are walking back up slowly, but all they found was more dirt. They even dug where you should be in this spot, and there was still just dirt.
This is gonna be Demi playing bullshit, isn't it? The key.
Perhaps, I don't know. It doesn't feel like a demi plane, you know.
What do you think it feels like?
We did Arcana checks. It feels like magic we haven't seen, like that moon magic stuff.
Yeah. Which would also explain why Alistair has no kind of insight into the teleportiness of it, because last time we dealt with demiplanes, at least he knew what... Alright. I should just keep up with the others.
In a few minutes, you're back up with the rest of the crew.
Yeah. A gift. And I'm going to hand the books over.
Thank you.
You've collected several novels, all of which are from the lake section. Aze, you look down at these books, and then you notice on your waist, the Moon Caster is still there.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the books. I'm not gonna cast anything. I'm just gonna read.
Just gonna read for now. As you look at it, you read that this says Lake, the Bulwark. Lakes are protective and secure. They hold vast amounts of energy and magic within them. Drawing upon a lake as a power source is seen in real life with dams. But we can use it in the meta worlds as vast places of imaginative energy. And thus we place our university atop the lake, the bulwark that guards our precious sleep.
Is this being said out loud? Would we hear this? Is this being read to the group?
I won't be speaking as I'm reading it, but I will tell you after.
Okay. Imaginative energy?
Yeah, it's like the brain
Imagination
power.
was a chaos god.
Yeah, I imagine a lot of this lines up pretty well with chaos.
Beatrice is the only chaos god left in the Pantheon. We don't know what happened to all the others. We know that imagination.
Wait, when did that
was
happen?
the chaos.
Yeah, like what?
I'm sorry. I turn up to more games than anyone. I just trust. Just trust.
Well, I know, but now I want some context. It's not that I don't believe you.
Because at one point, Viari wanted to reach out to the god of imagination to work on the domain of dream and figure out some sort of thing to work with them. And Charlie turned around and was like, "You don't want to do that. The god of imagination is a chaos god."
I get that. What do you mean? Beatrice is the only chaos god left.
Oh, we learned that prior to the trial or something. That she's the only one in the Pantheon. She got rid of all the others.
When?
Before we started the fishhook arc, Beatrice was on trial. And said that that's why Mr. Nib was made, and she cut a deal with Alistair to make four of herself to rebuild her ranks, and then Alistair got Mr. Nib.
Right. Okay, I do remember that. Sorry, I'm here now. Yeah. So imagination's chaos, but also the entirety of this moon magic is incredibly cerebral, even the physical aspects. And Lake specifically is a rune that's associated with, I believe, the moon itself. It's used in some of the warding and connections, I assume, as a sort of, warding, if it's protection, it protects that. I think it's using the connection probably to secure the bond that ties you to it.
So what does that mean?
I mean, it means that whatever spell they're using to cast to bring the moon forth the university is acting as a conduit of the power of the lake, both in the imagination and the minds of the students and the literal lake here, which acts as a metaphor, which in itself is inherently a kind of power.
And what happens now that the lake is draining into the catacombs?
Hard to say if that's good or bad. Probably depends
you said
on what.
Something about a dam, right? Is this the equivalent of a dam bursting?
It could be, which in that case would render it difficult to collect the energy of the lake in the same way that blowing up the fucking building makes it hard to study. I don't think this made things better for them. It might not stop it. Depends on how deep the lake is and how far the catacombs go before it hits something that stops up the leak.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I don't have answers, and I feel like every time we go looking for answers, we just end up with more questions.
That's sort of the nature of Eldritch. Or...
When you got banished, firstly, I'm very sorry about that. I thought I was just banishing the scarf thingy, the tentacle, because it didn't seem like it was a part of you. Apparently that was incorrect. Did you go back to the Feywild?
I went back to the Pantheon. Tried to attack Alistair. Not my smartest move.
Kind of funny, but yeah, no. We all lose that at this point in time.
I mean, I got away without him killing me, so you know.
Just let you got away?
That's what I mean when I said that I died. I invoked the powers of the moon and surrendered myself unto it completely. It killed me and spit me back out. And so the part of me that was there, left behind, it is now channeling into some vessel, and now I'm stuck here.
Okay. All right. I want to know if
you are the moon child.
Oh, you shut the fuck up.
Beautiful. I have done my duties. Goodbye.
Does he try to kill himself? Is there a way for us to stop him?
He just wilts.
Oh.
And then the eyeballs pop off the stalks and just start rolling down the catacombs.
All right. Okay. I feel like I would like to get more answers, and I don't feel comfortable getting those from this place, and I kind of really want to see if the Fae know anything about what the fuck is going on here, because Lady Luna was the one who sent us here that first time with that job, and I think that they've got access to information on the of power, and we've apparently got a lake here that's just like some sort of weird ass power source that's now draining. I think that there's information that they have that could help us, but I don't know what to ask.
I don't know what they have that would help us.
Well, for one thing, they have an intel system that tracks the flow of power, so we can maybe pinpoint power sources here, including, like, we've got the lake, right? We know that the lake is a thing, and that is on that key over there. Do we think that we can use their ability to track the flow of magic to pinpoint other locations from that key, like other sources?
Perhaps have they been able to, and I mean, maybe we just have to ask, but the nature of how moon magic works is so vastly different from the regular flow of magic. I don't know what does and does not register. And if Veda weren't taking a nap in the necklace, we could ask them to tap into the mycelium network, but...
Well, yes, but also Fey magic works entirely different to order or chaos magic. Like, that's the only other example that we have of a magic source that is in like active operation, aside from like, I guess, the domain of death, but we're not going to get into that. That exists outside of order and chaos, that is active with, you know, people doing stuff with it. I feel like it's the closest example that we have. I don't know. Unless you have a better plan, I'm just working with what I've got. I don't know anymore.
I think it's a fine plan. You know?
So we go to the Feywild, talk to Lady Luna?
I don't think it's a bad idea. We already have a predisposition with her, so, you know, she's willing to work with us, especially, you know, like, since we're colleagues and everything.
Right. Is it safe to travel across plains?
I guess we'll have to find out.
You guys literally found out this episode that it's not. I want to remind you all.
No, it
ain't.
Can
I cast Sending? Because it can go across planes. There's like a 5% chance it won't work, though.
Yes.
I would much rather start with the 3rd level spell. I worry that if I get close to the moon again, I will do exactly what I did the first time.
Then let's not get you close to the moon. I'll do it. Well, not even close to the moon. I'm going to cast Sending.
All right. So cast Sending. Please roll the d20 as you're traveling across planes.
My voice travels across the universe. It's singing to me. 4.
Okay. That is successful. As the connection enters, normally you can only get 25 words across, but you hear a spell being cast in a tongue you don't recognize or speak. And like a chord being struck and then tightened, your mind is now linked perfectly with Lady Luna's. What is this meaning for this intrusion, Gottfried? I had no reason to be interrupted right now.
My bad. We're having some problems real quick. Oh. What should I ask?
Do they have a safe way for us to come see them or no? Like, I would just explain the situation and what's going on with the moon, and we would like answers and information about what they know about this place and the spirit of undeath and the moon, and how, you know, like, alternate magic sources react with when they come into contact with order magic. I don't know.
Oh wait, offbeat. Do I still have the spell thing? Because I gave that to Veda, right?
Mm-hmm. But it's on you now.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It is 100% magically attached to you.
Okay, nice.
So you ask just like any information that at all. Is that what is being asked of Lady Luna?
I know, yeah.
My darlings, you've met me before. You know I can't just give away information for free. I need deals and potential gifts. I'm very sorry, but that is how things work here. What can you give me, and I'll try my best.
Okay.
After all, some of you.
What about the ability to lie?
Most coveted. You're going to give that to me? Are you
sure? I'm open to trading.
I stare down Viari.
All the information I have on Fishhook for the ability to lie.
it's going to take more than that. I think that the ability to lie is more valuable to you than just the information that you have on Fishhook.
That's a perfect trade. I accept.
That's not. Hold on. That's not. I'm putting this on the table as a negotiation piece. That is not the exact thing that I.
I'm gonna telepathically tell Deviari, put guardrails on that.
Yeah. You can't lie.
Or better
to
yet,
us
don't make the deal.
specifically.
Oh, you're going to. Oh, well, this is far less interesting now. No deal. Don't waste my.
Only planning on lying to us? You're telling me the ability to lie to anyone else is not tempting as fuck for you?
No. What I'm saying is, you offered the ability to lie, and then you told me with a catch. I don't like catches. I like being told what I'm getting up front.
Well, okay. I thought this was a negotiation. All right. I clearly approached this wrong.
Would you like to reset, darling? I'll be happy to offer that. You are Alistair's child, after all. I recognize how differently he does things, that little snake.
Yeah.
All right, so the
Would you mind if we have a quick moment to discuss what we have to offer?
Sure, but be careful. This connection is weakening. You have about 10 minutes of game time to discuss.
Okay. All right. You don't want me to give her the ability to lie. I get that. I know that we don't want her to have the ability to lie, but also...
That is insanely powerful. Insanely powerful. Especially because unless we go and tell every other Fae, no one else would know. That is the one thing that, like, puts reins on Fae power, and I would never speak against my lady, and I still shan't. However, I think we really need to consider the consequences of what that would be, Viari.
Let me remind
then
you guys.
What do we offer?
Let me remind you guys. A while ago, you guys got the books Fae Physics and Fae Contracts that details each and every deal, agreement, whatsoever that was ever made between the Fae and anything. I just want to remind you guys that those books exist. So think about, like, maybe peruse those books first before trying to make a deal with a higher power, as that may have the information you seek.
I did read those books, I think.
Information's, like, potentially there. So would you like to make a history check, please, to recall information?
Oh, this one's good at history. Great. That's only a 22.
22. There was something about Fishhook in Fae Contracts. You don't remember what it was. You're gonna have to find a safe way to teleport back to get it. But there was something in Fae Contracts about Fishhook.
I share that information.
How can we get back?
We'll figure that out next time. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Paperwork Pantheon, where a lot of choices were made, and I get to change the plot. Yippee for me.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! I am Oppie Live in the Game Master. I use he, them pronouns. Please, thank you so much for watching. I made a new video this past week. Go watch it. It's me responding to comments. I think it's silly. Amelia, go.
Hi, Amelia Som. Links at ameliasom.com. Pay attention to either my Twitter or the Unprepared Caster's social accounts so we can raise a ton of money for Trans Lifeline.
Hell yeah. Brooke.
What Amelia said.
Excellent. Danny. Excellent. Thank you all